Welcome to the Sunday morning simulcast with Rom Wills. Don't let minor things slow you down. Don't let minor things. You know what? I remember I was listening to a live stream about a month ago, and since I don't know I could mention the people, but I don't get free advertisements. Anyway, they were saying how, despite everything and people praising them, they might be focused on that one negative comment they get in the comment section. And I laughed about that. I've laughed about that. Because sometimes you'll do that. Like, you could be a comedian on stage and you got everybody laughing, but then you got that one person sitting in the audience like they ain't showing any signs that they liking what you're talking about. Or as a public speaker, one of the things I do is I try to make eye contact with everybody in the room. And every now and then you're going to get somebody who ain't feeling your message. They either asleep, they ain't paying attention, whatever. Hey, I'm going to tell you what, y'all laugh about it now, but I remember the time that would have bothered me. That would have bothered me. But one of the things I learned in life, you can't let minor things slow you down. Because you're always going to have something. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do in life. I don't care how much praise you get. I don't care how well you do something. Somebody isn't going to like it. Somebody's going to find the one flaw in it, and it could be a minor flaw. And shoot, sometimes people, they could be telling the truth. It could have been something minor. Hey, but it ain't really slow you down overall. Now, it's something to pay attention to because it's like, oh, okay, let me fix that little thing. But, and that's just, when you're doing anything in front of the public eye, it could be just some minor stuff or that sometimes people get upset over. It could be something with your car. It could be something very minor, slow leaking your tire. And you get some people, they might get all the way upset over it. It's like, okay, just, see what you can do to fix it. Maybe get new tires or something. You don't have to do all of that. Or, it's just a lot of stuff. It could be myriad things. But, the thing is, you can't let that slow you down. Now, a major thing, oh, yeah, that's going to slow you down. But, as I said, don't let minor things slow you down. Sometimes people going full tilt, but then that minor thing pop up and then your mind is on it. You're ignoring all the good stuff that's happening, all the positive stuff. You think about that one minor thing. And it's minor to the point it's not even really slowing you down, really, but you allow it to slow you down. Look, I'm going to tell you what. Here's the thing. You want to pay attention to the small things. Always pay attention to the small things, but don't sweat the small things. Don't sweat it. Even if it's a good small thing, don't sweat it. It's like, oh, okay, that's good. Okay, let me keep going. But if it's something that, maybe somehow detracts from, I don't know, your state of mind, because that's ultimately what it is doing, you got to stop and say, well, is this small thing really stopping me from doing what I'm doing? It's minor. It's a scratch. Is it really stopping you from achieving the goal that you're achieving? Now, if it is, it's not minor, it's major. But if it's minor, shoot, it's a blip. You could halfway ignore it. Yeah, but you still want to pay attention to it, but you don't want to put over attention on it. Like if you got something going on, say you got 10 things going on, you got 9 very positive things, and then that one minor thing. Okay, you still pay attention just to make sure it don't become a bigger thing, but you don't let it slow you down. It's those 9 other things that's taking you to a new level. You got to think about that. And that's just in life. That's just in life. There's always going to be something. It's going to be somebody who's not going to speak to you. I mean, you get some people, they get mad. They say, well, this one person didn't speak to me. Okay. Do you know that person personally? No. You don't know what's going on with that person. Let me use that as an example, because sometimes when something minor happens, you don't always know the bigger story. Like say there is a person who don't speak to you, don't acknowledge you or anything. Maybe you don't know the whole story. And I'm serious. You don't know the whole story about that person. You might think, oh, they're not speaking. Like I remember one time there was a person concerned because they say it was a person in their circle who didn't say anything to them. Didn't acknowledge them or anything. They were getting real pressed, real mad about it. But then I remember seeing that person who was all pressed and mad, and they said, you know what? I was going crazy over nothing because the person who wasn't speaking to him was actually on the spectrum. Was actually on the spectrum. They just didn't really say much to anybody. I mean, and in fact, what had happened is the same person, instead of waiting, getting mad that this one person wasn't saying anything, reached out to this person and actually helped open them up a bit. And I always remember that. Because that's the thing. You don't know the whole picture. Sometimes we get caught up in something. And, part of it is, it's two things. One, some people just have a need for perfection. Rom can relate. No further comment. But some people just have a need for perfection. And then the second thing is, which is more common, sometimes people could have stuff going for them, but they looking for that bad things. Seriously, it could be a lot of people have this. Everything is going well, but they think, okay, everything going too well. Something got to happen. Something bad. They'll actually find it. Indeed, the minor thing might have been even more minuscule, if even something to ignore, but they looking for something. Sometimes people will look for that minor thing because everything going too well for them. So you got to think about it. But, ultimately, however that thing comes about, you can't let it slow you down. You're going to get bumps in the road. Hey, how often you driving on that highway or that road or something? You got that good groove. You catching a light, everything. You leaning back in the car. All of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. You done ran over a pothole. It's like, man. But the tires are still good. You don't have to go to the alignment place. I'm like, oh, okay. In fact, what you usually do when you run over, you still keep going, don't you? You don't let it stop you. You don't stop by the side of the road in most cases. And like look at the tire. You like, boom. How often we go drive down the street and we go over some bump, crack, pothole, minor pothole, sometimes a major pothole, and we still driving. In fact, we might be like on a phone or something, on speakers, talking with somebody, a group of people. Y'all just cool, like boom, y'all laugh about it and keep going. Sometimes that's how you gotta be. All right. So anyway, that's all I have for today, y'all. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.